We have two homes in California, one on the Central Coast and one in the Silicon Valley. Bora had custom configured every aspect of this home. She gave up a lot so I could chase my dream of sailing the ocean blue. We sold our San Francisco Bay Area home in order to afford a catamaran. And the empty shell of my garage, the shop. This part I'm definitely gonna miss. I had this layout put together to suit my needs in this space. Darn it. It's okay though, there's a lot of great things ahead of us, and it's gonna be worth it. You've got to get something that your partner is going to be comfortable in. In my case, I want my wife sailing with me as much as possible. I kind of ruled out monohulls. Gone. Catamaran, stable, comfortable, has all the little creature comforts she's going to want, you know. And got to admit, I don't mind having those comforts too. This just looks too good to be true. It's a 40-foot Leopard. It's a 2008. It looks immaculate. The description says it's immaculate. It only has 600 engine hours. Yeah. Super skeptical on pictures that make a boat look immaculate. It's like, you know, when were those pictures taken? You know, right after it was bought? Maybe it's for real. I'm going to send a link to this boat to my broker, the guy that I met at that boat show in Richmond. I have a voicemail from Jack, my yacht broker. Let's hear it.
Hey Steve, Jack Silver calling. I was finally able to have a good conversation with the listing agent for the 40-foot Leopard that's based in Trinidad and Tobago. I got to tell you, I think this is a really interesting opportunity in a couple areas. Number one, it's the original owner. Number two, it's never been in charter. It's only got like 618 hours, he said, on the engines.
Crazy.
And more interestingly, the guy takes it out of the water every year when it's the, quote, the end of the season. So it had its bottom painted last year. It's got all the whistles and bells I can think of on the thing. It doesn't show that a dinghy is included, but he thinks it is. It's got air conditioning, a genset, electric winches, plus in the Caribbean, not getting a charter boat is in itself a nice feature. But give me a call and let's talk about this. My gut sense is, if this really interests you, and by the way, the Leopard, as far as I'm concerned, is a much better sailing boat than the Lagoon. I mean, I think it's like hands down. We were Leopard dealers, and so the Leopard people came to our office and gave us all the spiels and so forth. And they really are strong sailing boats. I'm going to start doing as much digging as I can to see what comps are for sale of these boats. But I think it sounds like it's in the quarter. I think that's a good number. Call me. Bye.
Yeah. Now what I want is, you know, this is in Trinidad. That's a long way to go to look at a boat that may have something going on with it that we just don't know about yet. I'm going to find a surveyor in Trinidad and get it looked at, get as much done as I can. You know, we'll wait for the sea trial. And we'll wait for the haul out, unless it's hauled out now. I don't think it is. It's in the water. I'm going to get a surveyor to step on board and make sure there's nothing grossly wrong with this thing before I buy a plane ticket for the wife and I to go to Trinidad. The selling broker was not very interested in letting our surveyor aboard the vessel without an actual offer on the table. As buyers, we wanted a preliminary survey done before we went to great lengths for any out-of-state or out-of-country travel and purchase. So we had to make an earnest offer to get our guy aboard the vessel. We hired Bastien Poutier, a naval architect of Associated Marine Design. Bastien did all of the survey he could do with the vessel in the water and reported back to us in a few days. The survey thus far was quite favorable. Bora and I were confident a trip to Trinidad was in order. With this much pending good news, we wanted to see the yacht and be present for the sea trial and haul out.
It was most apropos we landed in Trinidad on Steve's birthday. Happy birthday, Steve! Are you getting a boat as a present? Anyway, the seller's gardiennage, that's a fancy name I learned for boat caretaker, reserved a room for us at Powerboats, which is one of the boat repair yards there in Chaguaramas. It was a convenient location right at the water's edge, but the room was old and could be described as an interesting fixer-upper with a small kitchenette, twin beds, and a bathroom sink that had 2 faucets, one for hot water and one for cold water. However, after washing your hands in either hot or cold water, one could step onto the small balcony and take in the sights of the comings and goings of the many boats in and out of the harbor, as well as watch the loading and unloading of boats from the Powerboat's 3-story storage racks, and then watch them be launched from the boat launch right there below our balcony. Our broker from Los Angeles, Jack Silver, met us there at Powerboats. He had a room there too, but it was far from the water's edge. I think he might have been a little jealous.
Coming up next, we see Catamaran finally for the first time. We board her, go on the sea trial, and take her for haul out.